everyone, this is Mrs. Paris. I'm filling in for Mr. Paris this evening. I'm going to show you how to create a Google form. So the first thing you need to do is when you're in your Google Drive, you're going to go up to the dots and you're going to click Forms. Once you're in Forms, we're going to go to a blank form because we're going to create our own. And the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the title here. Instead of Untitled Form, we're going to call this Wonderland Amusement Park Job Application. Now, most of the time when you put this title at the top, it should change the title of your Google form in the center. The form description, we're going to change this to We Are Hiring, and then we're going to put complete the form below to submit your job application. The description is basically telling anyone that's going to fill out this form what they're filling out the form for. So put the title, Wonderland Amusement Park Job Application, and then you're going to put under the description, We Are Hiring, complete the form below to submit your job application. The very first question, we're going to make this a short answer question. So you have to go over here to short answer, and we're going to put first name so that who's ever filling this out is going to type their first name in. We're going to make this a required response. So you're going to drag this, click on that to make it required. And it should become bold once you make it required. Once we do that, we're going to go to this duplicate icon so that it duplicates the question. And instead of first name, we're going to put last name. It's still a short answer. It's still required. You don't have to touch any of that because we duplicated the question. Now, the next part that we're going to do is we're going to add another question. And what we're going to do first, in order to include before we type we're going to type the question here. So we're going to put, what position are you applying for? After we do that, what we're going to do is you're going to go to these three dots over here and you're going to put description. That right here, we're going to put select one or more positions. That's kind of assisting who's ever filling this out with the application. So you're going to put what position you're applying for and select one or more positions. We have to change this type of question to check boxes. So click check boxes, and then what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the options for this. So after you click check boxes, we're going to add the following options. So option 1 is going to be lifeguard. Option 2, we're going to put concession stand attendant. The next one is going to be arcade supervisor. You're going to put maintenance crew. And then you're going to put ticket salesperson. We're also going to make this a required question. So click over here where it says required. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the duplicate icon, click the duplicate icon. And we're going to change the duplicate icon to, after we click that, we're going to change the type of question to multiple choice. And the options should remain the same. But we're going to delete the help text. So we're going to change the question title to which position would you prefer the most. We're going to delete this so we don't need the description there anymore. And then we're going to change it to multiple choice. And we are done at that point because now it's going to be a multiple choice question. And we change the title to which position would you prefer the most. Now, the next question that we're going to do, we're going to you can add a question. We're going to change the title to rate your customer service skills. This is going to be a scale question. Notice it automatically goes to that because we're talking about rate. So it automatically goes to scale. And then what we're going to do in box 1, we're going to put poor. In box 5, we're going to put outstanding. also going to make this a required question. And then we're going to duplicate this. So it's going to keep the scale the same. And we're going to add the question, rate your ability to complete a list of tasks. Once we do that, we're going to duplicate the question again. We're going to put rate your ability to arrive on time. Once we do that, we're going to duplicate the question again, and we're going to put rate your ability to work well with others. After that, we're going to add a new question, and we're going to put describe any experience you have related to the positions you are applying for. We're going to use our help text again for the description, and we're going to put 50 words or less. So that's telling who's ever filling this out that they need to write it out in 50 words or less. And it's going to change it to a paragraph question because it's going to require a lot of writing. So it's going to say paragraph, and we're going to want to make sure that and we're also going to make that required. So for the next part, what you're going to do, you're going to delete a question, you would remove a question from your application, you would do the delete icon for question 2. So we're going to go to question 2. What says, which position do you prefer the most? And question 2, what we're going to do we're going to click delete. Okay, after this, and it says item deleted. After this, we're going to add a background theme to the application. So we're going to go up here to where it says customize theme. It's the one that looks like the little painter's palette. We're going to click on that, and we're going to go to choose an image, and we're going to find one that's at the fair. It's under illustrations, and it's going to be over here. Under illustrations, it's going to be over here with the Ferris wheel. You have to click on it, and you have to click insert. Remember the questions that are out of order in the form by clicking Edit Questions, or renumber the questions that are out of order in the form by clicking Edit Questions and manually change each question number. So now this is what it looks like so far. And then what we can do is you can manually change. So for this one, you can put number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then what you're going to do, it says proofread your form for accuracy and format. So we're going to go back up at the top, And you can make sure that you don't have any errors. You should have your title, your description, where they put first name, last name, and then questions 1 through 5. And then at the bottom, describe any experience they have related that they're applying for. And then what you're going to do, you can view your form. If you want to preview your form, you have to go here to preview. And it's going to take you to a page where you're able to view your form. And this is exactly how it should look, where you have your first name, your last name, your positions that you're applying for, and then your second, third, fourth, and fifth questions are rate questions from poor to outstanding. And then the last one is going to be describe any experience that they have. Okay, the last part that we're going to do is you're going to go over here to settings, and you're going to go to presentation. And after you click on that, it's going to say confirmation message. So we're going to change the message to thank you for applying to Wonderland Amusement Park. And we're going to deselect show link to submit another response so that they don't have to apply again. Hit save. And then all you would do from here, if you want to send this out, you would click send, or however Mr. Paris wants you to submit on Google Classroom, that's what you would do as well.